The country's healthcare sector under scrutiny following a story airing in the United States, and it's also making rounds on social media since airing on a Fox channel. Good Wednesday evening, Bahamas. I'm Altaviz Munnings.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Keishla Adderley. Topping the news this evening, the viral interview condemns healthcare services at the country's premier facility as an American visitor makes some scathing allegations. Since the story broke, officials from the Department of Public Health have launched an investigation and late this afternoon addressed the media. Our Clint Watson is on the story.
Bahamian healthcare is now being called into question on the international circuit after a local Fox station in the U.S. aired a story from a Minnesota tourist who made claims of a shocking ordeal at the Princess Margaret Hospital. Jake Beardsoff asserts he was working and vacationing in the Bahamas earlier this year at a poker tournament. He says after experiencing excruciating pain, he was rushed to hospital where he was told his appendix had to be removed. Beardsoff claimed the surgery was botched and the service was horrifying at best.
I freaked out. It still makes me sad, just angry, but it's difficult to deal with because they told me the entire time I was there that I would be fine and that my appendix was out. There's about 15 of us in one room, and it's not a clean room at all. And the whole facility was just disgusting. They changed my dressing in a storage closet. Not kidding.
He also claimed when he returned to Minnesota, he was rushed to the ER where doctors operated and added an additional 40 staples to the stitches he claimed were too few by Bahamian technicians.
When the doctors came out and told my parents what had happened, all their jaws dropped. And they didn't want them to tell me about it because they didn't know how I'd react to it. They came in and told me that my appendix was still inside of me when they opened me up. They removed it, so I would never have an issue with it again, or ever have an issue of having to get surgery.
And it was not ruptured?
Nope, it was healthy.
Internal sources at PMH have confirmed to ZNS News that they have found significant loopholes in the story reported by the American visitor.
Well, the Public Hospitals Authority wasted no time in responding. Late this afternoon, they held a news conference. Chief of Medical, Dr. James Johnson, spoke on behalf of the hospital.
The diagnosis which we discovered at the time of surgery was completely consistent with what we thought we were going for. And we conducted therapy consistent with what would be done anywhere in the world.
We're told that Beardsoff arrived by ambulance on January 7th and was discharged on the 12th. Dr. Johnson said they were concerned with the misconceptions surrounding this story, but they were limited in what they could say as they had not received permission from the patient to release any information. However, as to the claims that his appendix was not removed, well, that's apparently not true. As to allegations that his bandages were changed in a storage room, Hospital Administrator Mary Walker was adamant that the policy at PMH prohibits such care.
We would never put a person in a closet to render care.
The hospital maintains it was never contacted on the issue by Fox News. Dr. Johnson also said he could not confirm that the wounds and stitches shown on TV are consistent with what was done at PMH.
No, I would not be able to confirm that because I have no idea when those pictures were taken.
Dr. Johnson also pointed out another important factor.
The patient seemed to have been quite satisfied for the 5 days that he remained in hospital after the procedure. There was no indication that he was dissatisfied in any way.
Medical research shows that the procedure of an appendectomy can vary depending on the severity and condition of the appendix. For example, if a patient has an extreme case influenced by gangrene, the appendix can rupture, leaving the patient at risk of being poisoned. Following a surgical procedure, that individual can receive temporary stitches in the event the surgeon has to go back inside the wound. It is also done to allow excess fluid to drain out.
Now, we should also note that the alleged victim has set up a GoFundMe account. On that site, there is a detailed account of what he claims to have been his story while here in the Bahamas. Already to date, there's more than $2,000 raised for his alleged medical expenses. In the ZNS Newsplex, Clint Watson, ZNS Network.